Hey guys, it's AceSpartan here and AquaSniper. Here for Island's Upkeep, and today we're bringing you a box opening of Journey Into Nyx. It's the last set out of the Theros block, and we got the box right here, and we're going to open it up, so let's get going. Alright, so here's our first pack here, opened it up already. We're just going to show you the rare and any good uncommons. So first rare is Daring Thief. It worked really good in the pre-release.
It won me a couple games, but Inspire is so much harder to pull off with this set now because all the Born of the God stuff is, you know, gives you all the Inspire stuff.
So yeah, that was, and one good uncommon, we got the Ram.
You guys probably see Cyborg playing control decks, just a 0/5 hold out aggro decks and just gains you life every turn. Helps against burn too. Alright, so my pack. I'll launch the fleet. I can probably maybe see this play like in mono white aggro type decks where they don't have the other color, just because, you know, it is somewhat of a win more card, but you know, in standard you want to win. I mean, if it's so cheap, if you can win more early, better win more. You know, finish off the game a lot faster. And I really didn't get any uncommons.
All right, so next pack we got an Ireland, and we got Hero's Bane, the promo card.
Green promo.
It's pretty good in pre-release, but other than that,
That's just a Hydra. If you love Hydra, it's doubling. I heard people, they use the ability so much, they double it up to like in the thousands, the hundreds. It's ridiculous.
Pretty dumb.
So, because there's no trample, so sometimes you just can't attack through stuff.
Right, so that's the rare, and the Brain Maggot is a good uncommon.
Yeah, the remake of, I can't remember the name of the original black card, but yeah, it's the same thing. Silence the Believers. I mean, it's stronger than Guild, just because of the fact that you can strive it. But at the most, maybe just a one of this, because even in the late game, if you get maybe 2 creatures to exile, that's pretty awesome, especially, you know, gods and everything. And Elon of Rhetoric, you know, modern sideboard cards for the most part, especially because it lives through bolts. The only disadvantage is it's not till turn 3, so I mean it could be a little late sometimes, but playing one casters, you know, only one card per turn really hurts Storm.
Alright, and our first mythic out of the box is Sage of Hours. So it's pretty cool, but there's like a bunch of combo decks going out for infinite turns and all that stuff that people are trying to do.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, there was a video on SCG of Brad Nelson and Todd Anderson actually playing it in an American build. He actually did it a couple times, which was surprising. But I don't know if the, you know, heroic is actually going to be a thing or not. Now that you have the whole set, maybe in block, but I don't know whether you have enough stuff to target to make them viable. Ooh, we got a foil. Not a good one, but Boar. It's good limited. You know, 4 mana 3/2 intimidate. You can't block it, but you know, shiny pig. I hate shiny pigs. And the rare How's My Dictate of Krufix. You know, it's a Holy Mind, it's flash instant speed. I mean, they could possibly see play a bit either in control deck or something else. I'm not really sure. I mean, I wasn't never really around when Holy Mind was in standard, so I'm not really sure. You know, Holy Mind is strong, but you know, the advantage of your opponent or your first card draw was the weakest part. The flash helps in that part, and I didn't really get it strong.
for next rare, we got Master of the Beast.
Master of Bats.
He would be good in black aggro and stuff.
Yeah, the mono black aggro decks probably definitely gonna want to use them. Like, it's probably the only places we used to see him playing. But still, a 5/5 for 3 mana that they don't actually draw the card till your turn. So if they kill the guy on their own turn, they don't get the card. So at least it took out 1 card to the hand, which is move spell. That's always useful.
And for an uncommon, we got is Banishing Light. So O-Ring.
Yes, O-Ring we make. No, but you can, you know, without the, you know, infinite loop, the loop to exile it forever. You know, the way.
So it's good.
Alright. Twin Flame. Just, you know, if you can copy something. I don't think it's gonna really say anything. It's just more of a gimmicky card for fun. Copy a bunch of stuff. You never know. And uncommon, Underworld Coinsmith. I'm not really sure how good this card's really gonna be. You know, but he's, you know, typical, you know, 1 black, 1 white, 2/2 constellation, gain you a life, and then, you know, you can pay 1 other life to drain life. It's an okay card, but it's a human, so you know it works on some human things. But I really don't know if constellations are actually gonna be a thing or not.
And for the next card is Hypnotic Siren. It's gonna pretty much replace the owl.
Yeah. And Mono Booyah, that's just a strict upgrade. I mean, because you're already getting 1 for 1, but now if you draw a late game and you actually have a reason not to play Nithos, because now with Nithos you can just steal their bomb or any good creature that's gonna kill you, and now it's yours. So that's a really good upgrade for mono blue. Like mono blue needed stuff anyways.
No good uncommons.
All right, another mythic. Worst fears.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know, it's not probably gonna see anything. It's more for casualty, commander stuff. Steal your opponent's turn and ruin a lot of stuff. What they're gonna do. It's just a fun little card. I don't really see it any real strength anywhere. Well, uncommon. I don't know about this card. Reprisal. I mean, 2 mana, short something costs 4 or greater. I think at best maybe a sideboard card against some type of monster type deck or something. I mean, but the one thing about it is this is the first time it's been printed so that it can be in modern card. I don't know whether it's gonna be good enough for modern or not. Because I mean, Goyf does get to the point where he's power 4 greater sometimes, and there's other cards here and there that are really good. But for 2 mana, it is a pretty decent, you know, restricted removal spell, anyways.
Alright, for the next pack we got Hollow's Triumph. I could see it in any mono-colored crap, but other than that, it's kind of casually.
Yeah, I mean, we have the Spirit Heliod, which is just, you know, way better than any form matter, so it's just more of a casual card just to pump up all your mono-colored guys playing elf or something else. Let's see, over here is Aegis of the Gods. In standard, I don't know whether this really see much play at all. I mean, it is a 2 power 2/1, so he's not horrible. I mean, it stops your opponent from thoughtseizing you, if that's really, you know, actual thing. I mean, if that's really gonna help. But I think its modification is more for modern, you know, because anytime you get hexproof, it really does stop stuff. It's only one toughness though, so it can die pretty easily. But you know, it's still a good hate bear. You know, there's that hate bear deck in modern.
Alright. So we got a foil, we got Crow Feeding. It's just like centaurs with snake hands.
Yeah, that's what would happen if your hands turn into, what are they called? Leeches. There you go.
And for the rare, we got a Battlefield Thumberage, or I don't know.
Oh yeah, Hammer Mage, whatever it's
Yeah, pretty much you could go off with
Strive.
Strive, yeah.
It's not even just Strive, too, it's just a lot of cards in general that just target. I mean, anything that just targets Seagull's Revenge, other stuff. I don't know whether it's viable enough to really, you know, because if you're going to make decks like that, they might revolve too much heavily on him, and without him, you just have a bunch of expensive spells that won't do stuff. But he's like a fun card, maybe outside of standard. Ooh, it's kind of cool. I got a shiny Addicted Crucifix.
One of my commander deck.
Look at that. It's kind of cool because he's all like shadowy looking, so, you know, blue mist. The regular rare. Eidolon, a Great Revel. He was talked about quite a bit when he first was revealed. I mean, in standard, people were thinking maybe want to, you know, the burn deck, but this kind of actually just hurts the burn deck as well. Because everything, you know, most of their spells all cost really cheap. But I think it's in modern, it's just another really good hate card against Storm, because, you know, Storm is the bad guy a lot of times, and if in any way you can try to kill Storm or make them not be able to do anything, that's always fun.
Yeah. Alright, so we got a foil, Eagle of the Watch.
That's an okay limited card. 3 mana, 2/3 for Vigilance Flying.
Where is this? Citizen Tactics?
Also, Testing Tactics. I mean, that's. I mean, I you know, I'm a monster. I love playing monsters, green red or Jund, and yeah, it's actually a reason to actually just stick to green red monsters, just because of the fact that I don't have to play the black to kill stuff anymore. I can just tap all my huge creatures and kill your little tiny guys. I think that's actually probably a good card enough to see you in main board play.
And for an uncommon, we got an Olive Scarhide, just 2/1. The Stone something.
It's gonna go in that mono black deck. I mean, 1 mana power 2 guys are always good. Alright. Got Deicide, look at this. You can see Elspeth killing Xenagos. Spoilers! Sorry for those who actually, you know, read the books, but the second book hasn't come out yet, so that's always fun. But I mean, instant speed destroy an enchantment card, and the fact that it can also get rid of all the gods. I don't know whether it's gonna be really main boardable, but I mean, depending on how strong, how many decks use enchantments just in general, but at least for sideboard, especially against mono blue, get rid of those Stasas, because Stasa is annoying.
And for the next mythic, it's a Sage of Hours.
Another one, yeah!
So I'm probably gonna make that deck.
All the heroic shenanigans.
Yep.
Get all those extra turns. Ooh, yay, tribal. Ferris, Ban, War Chief.
Centaur.
Centaur tribal decks, you know, because everyone was waiting for that tribal lore, centaur lore to come out, and there it is. He gives a lot of cool stuff, both vigilance and trample, which is a lot of stuff he gives. And I don't know how really big centaurs are.
Nothing. But next rare is a Dilion of the Blossoms. The Blossoms.
Yeah, the Blossoms.
It worked good for me in the pre-release, but other than that, I don't know. It's pretty
people talking about that card a lot just because it's an Enchantress ability. Enchantress has always been a really strong card, but this is the first time Enchantress costs 4 mana. You know, they're really good when the one that sees a lot of play. It costs 2 and it has hexproof. This one costs 4 only for a 2/2. And whether or not it's going to be viable enchantment deck, who knows? Let's see. Ooh, another Dictate of Heliod. You know, 5 mana, flash, 2/2. I mean, it could kill stuff. I mean, the only way I really see it play is possibly in just mono white. If you really just want to stick in mono white and not, you know, add good stuff like black or red. But I mean, imagine using having this and, you know, spear and this turn 5, like, it makes our little weenie guys really huge. And then for uncommon, I got the Dracula Mystic. I'm not really sure what to say about it. I mean, a lot of pros, a lot of stuff on articles I'm reading. Really love this guy. His ability is intriguing. I mean, reveal both top cards of each library, and then you can choose whether to draw them or mill them. So sometimes you can get rid of that key answer card they're hoping for, or you can just draw extra cards. I mean, it could be possibly go good mono blue, but we gotta keep an eye on this card. It might be something good.
Alright, next rare we got Manic Influence.
There we go.
Got one, finally.
Yeah, it's a remake of City of Brass. City of Brass is used here and there. It's not the best line card ever, but I think in standard it's going to make a push here and there. There's going to be, especially in aggressive decks that really want to play their 1-drops or 2-drops right on time and not have any problems coming with lands and complete tap. It'll see even possibly even 4 of in those decks. In other decks, maybe a splash of 2. But yeah. And enchantment, Skybind. It's just for, that's the only thing. It's just for casual commander fun, because you know when you play enchantment, you flicker. You know, you still have all those flicker ability fun stuff. Just mess around and get all those awesome abilities going to go off again.
Next rare we got this Doomweight Giant. He was good in the pre-release for sure, but other than that, I don't know.
Yeah, standard play I don't think he's necessarily to do anything, but in limited I underestimated him. I thought he wasn't going to be that great, 5 mana 4/6. You know, getting 1/8 when he goes to the board, sometimes I felt it was going to be too late in the game to do that, but sometimes you can just kill little annoying things, and if you actually play 2 enchantments again later, he actually starts to kill a lot more stuff, especially flyers. Let's see, another Dictate of Karametra. So, Heartbeat Springs now with 5 in the flash. I mean, this is not going to really see any standard play really at all. I mean, it's just too dangerous. I mean, you can do it at the end of your opponent's turn, so you get all that mana first. Otherwise, it's just, I don't think it's going to be all right. EDH though, I mean, shoot commander, all that mana, if you have cards that, you know, can be better than your opponent, you just win.
Speaking of EDH and commander, we got Kufix.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I mean, he's not going to do anything standard. I mean, you want a really huge Sphinx, like, oh wow, that's awesome, good Sphinx Revelation for like 15, good job. Well, look, we got another one, Master of Fats, I mean, Feast. You know, 3 mana 5/5, can't go wrong with that, and the mono black deck just beats. Oh, I actually got another comment. Disciple of Deceit. It's inspired, so it's going to be hard to pull off. There's 2 mana 1/3. But if you have ways to tap it, I mean, what was the original Demir mechanic called again? Where you paid the mana to discard it and you look for something. It's like a remake. Transmute, yeah. It's pretty much transmute on an inspired trigger trick. It's cool. You discard a card, look something costs the same mana. You could possibly look for you get the stuff you really need, but I don't think it's going to see any actual standard play. But it could be fun elsewhere.
I'll use an EDH. Alright, next rare is Bear of the Heavens. Pretty much blow everything up. When you regenerate him, then he's the only one left. Yeah, because red loves to just kill everything at random times. Yeah. You know what's funny though? You can really go off with a Gift of Immortality. You put the triggers right, he dies, and then you trigger. I can't remember the order. I can't remember to go off correctly. You trigger off, I think, him first. He blows everything up, and then the Gift of Immortality triggers bring him back.
And then gift comes back to upkeep, and you just keep blowing everything up over and over and over. I was reading it I listened to it on a podcast, which just sounds funny. Alright, ooh, we got our first temple finally. Temple Melody. Finally, Gogori Temple that just been waiting for all those Gogori lovers. Or even, I've been trying out that junk deck now, so now we actually have better scry colors.
As for his Hydra Broodmaster, I think super easy each card.
Imagine finding that with Crewfix.
Yep.
All the Hydras. Yeah, I mean, you'll see a lot of mana to make it ridiculous. Otherwise, it's not too bad. You play turn, not standard also, but in limited. Play your turn 6, you get that 7th mana, you can get 3 Hydras. That's nothing to mess around about. And, she gets 3 counters as well. Yep. That's just a lot of power on board.
And 2 uncommons, Appraisal, and Ability on.
Yeah, we already talked about those earlier. Very quickly, possibly. Oh, the piggies! Polymorph Rush. This is a fun little card. I mean, Blues always have this mechanics that, it's to copy stuff, turn things into stuff. I don't really know if this is, I think it's actually going to be a good card, but, the art's funny.
Combo.
Oh, yeah, there's that combo with, what's his name again?
Master Biomancer?
No, that's right.
Visionary.
Yeah,
Visionary. The mage guy.
And then if you have the mage that makes everything cheaper, well, you can just start striving everything for 1 more, just for 1 less, and then you make everything into Visionary and you win the game. That's fun.
So we got another mythic. We got a Johnny the lame ass.
Yeah, screw you, what?
Got a Johnny.
What?
Master of Heroes.
Master of Heroes. Some people are hating on them just because they just look at the gain 100 life part. You know what? In reality, how many times do you actually ultimate a Planeswalker? A lot of times you don't do it as much. Some of them do win games, sometimes that really matters. But that +1, the first +1 that gives 3 counters, you can just give it to all to 1 creature. So you can make that Elvish Mystic into a 4/4 beater. I think that's really good. The fact that you're going to distribute it is also really good. And the second +1 that lets you look at the top 4 cards of your library, get an aura, creature, or planeswalker. I mean, you just search for answers, and I think that's worth it. Honestly, I mean, I may be biased because I like green white and I love a Johnny. He's one of my favorite planeswalkers. But I think he's gonna see. I'm definitely gonna use him in my junk deck. Try him out. I think he's gonna see worth play. Then the getting 100 life may be a little for funny, but I think he's worth it. All right, so I got a foil, another. Disciple of Deceit. Yeah.
Use that one in my EDH.
Yeah, there you go. So get all the foils in that. And then I got another Deicide. So
number 5, I think.
Yeah, so we kill all the gods. That makes it a little sad because it's killing Xenagos. I'm a fan of Xenagos, but he was evil. He has to die.
He's whack.
Well, actually, here I got a good uncommon because there's for the archetype Nyx Weaver.
Oh.
I mean, in that Gogori Mill Yourself deck, make really huge creatures of your Night Howlers. He's awesome.
Alright, so we got another Silence of the Believers. Killing Satyrs.
Yeah, it is good killing Satyrs.
And we got another Gnarlscar.
All the black. Yeah, another foil. Yeah, not a good one either, but Countermand. It's just to counter that mill. Yeah, because you love to mill.
Yeah.
Look at all that janky stuff. And that's not a good card either. Rebel of the Fallen Gods. You get all the 2/2 Satyrs you want, the flash, because the Satyrs start to freak out because Xenagos dies. But other than that, it costs a lot of mana. 7 mana just for. It gives you 8 power, but I don't think it's really all that worth it.
Alright, so we're down to the last 2 packs. And for my last pack, I got
another Eidolon of
Blossom. Yeah, got another one. So, nothing good in the comments, so yeah.
That card does work really awesome with Mana Blooms. Because a card from, I think it was Ravnica. You pay X, you pretty much pay 1 green, pay the X for 0. Mana Bloom is going to bounce to your hand next turn. So you just pay 1 green and you're pretty much drawing cards like crazy. It's cool. It's a good way to loot your deck, but is that really going to win you the game? I don't know. It depends what the rest of your deck really does. Alright, okay. We got another Hypnotic Siren. So, that mono blue love. Steal them creatures, get 1 flyers. Oh, we got 2 good uncommons here. Got a Banishing Light and Brain Maggot. So,
yay.
2 good cards to get rid of answers either in their hand or in play. Gonna see some play there.
And that's it for the box. And that was the box, Journey Into Nyx. Hope you enjoyed it. And like us on Facebook. Just look up NS Upkeep. Like us here on YouTube. Like, comment, and subscribe onto this video. And until next time, guys, peace.
Later.